Hello and welcome everybody. Today we're talking about one of my favorite obsolete molds. According to the Classic Poker Chips website, this mold is no longer available. I think it says something like worn out, like the mold is like actually worn out. So no longer in production, but the Roman mold has been around for a while. Before we dive into it, let's play a hand. Why would we not do that? Let's roll in some Copag playing cards. Let's use the gold. Pull out the jokers, and what is this? The advertising card. All right. So this is an invitation. Anybody at home who wants to play along, grab your deck, shuffle up at home, and deal yourself 2 cards. Let us know what you have. Obviously, we can't play for anything, obviously, because we could have the exact same hand. Let me know if we do, by the way. All right. So we're going to deal in Jane Doe and myself. And I'm going to peek at my cards just so I have a clue what's going on. And then that represents our pot. I have no idea. Either way, let's flop here. Wow. And we finally get to the river. Hey, look at this. I hit that 4. So I got some 4. I got a 4 there. And of course, Jane Doe got the 9. Why does she always beat me? I don't understand how I always run so. I'm going to change my name to Jane Doe if this keeps up. This is terrible. I run so bad. All right, well, now on that beautiful note, let's kick off discussion about the Roman mold. So the Roman mold, I first saw this in the movie Rounders. That's the first time I actually remember the mold. It's like, oh, cool, look at this awesome mold. And then as I'm, started this channel and I'm looking into old casino chips, I see this occasionally on eBay being sold. Sometimes they're like hot stamps. Sometimes there are, different chips where I recognize the Roman mold. My understanding is that this mold dates back to the 50s. And again, I'm not sure if it's Burke or something. I don't know exactly who made it. I don't know how it ended up, ASM and then Classic Poker Chips, and now it's obsolete, so no longer in production. But the mold's absolutely beautiful. You can see the lovely weave pattern they have around here, the texture they have where the inlay would go. On this particular one, this is just a blank, no inlay, Roman mold. And something I love about Classic Poker Chips. You can also see, if you look closely, you can see, I'm not sure if it's going to show up, but you can see the glittery brass they put in to weigh down their chips. Absolutely stunning to look at. I really like that about their chips. And my understanding is the day glow, so this orange doesn't have the brass in some situations. Not entirely sure all their secrets, but no doubt a premium chip. And I love how all the edge spots, like this is something else I like to talk about. Notice how all the edge spots look like they've been compressed because they're compression molded clay premium chips, and each one is unique. It's like it has its own fingerprint, I love stuff like that. I love it. And some people, don't. Like, oh, look, this edge spot isn't as deep as this one. This one moves further into the chip than this one is. So this one's bigger, and it's not perfectly, it's not a perfect radial design. Yeah, because it's made by hand. I love stuff like that. So from the 50s, in production for so many years, I can imagine how that mold would have worn out. Absolutely fabulous. Like I said, so speaking of Rounders, if you look at Tested, the YouTube channel Tested, Adam Savage of Mythbusters fame, he has a set, if I recall correctly, he has a video about it. He has a set of Roman mold Rounders chips. They still sell them, not with the Roman mold, with different molds, but they still sell Rounders sets at Classic Poker Chips. But his, I believe, has a Roman mold on it. So absolutely stunning, beautiful set. You might want to go watch that video. Either way, that's it. It's just a short video about the Roman mold, something that I really enjoy, one of my favorite molds. I'm not sure I'm going to make videos about the other Classic Poker Chip molds unless I feel inclined to. Let me know if you have any requests, but the other ones are still in production. They seem fairly common. As usual, thank you to my patrons. It really helps, like if nothing else, psychologically and financially, just to be able to feel some support. You can also support this channel by visiting my Amazon shop. I am an Amazon associate. I make proceeds from qualifying purchases. Those links are in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy this content, please subscribe.